Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go. Welcome to another episode of Disabled is Able, where we, the disabled, show our superpowers, breaking down sports, music, culture, things going on in the world. Freddie's back.
Hey, what's
Freddie's
up?
back in the building. Let's clap that up right away.
Yes, sir.
Freddie's back in the building.
I heard y'all miss me. I heard it wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't the same.
But y'all was holding it down.
We did the best we could.
We definitely did.
Especially with the baseball.
We was suffering.
We was like,
We was really suffering on that kind of stuff. How you feeling now that you're back in college? You're
good.
getting ready for the next semester.
I just checked today. I got an A- on my winter course.
All right, let's.
Body back.
Body back.
what's that, like a 90? 95?
It's a 90, between a 90 and a 93. Because a 93 is an A.
Okay.
But I was 0.5 from a 93, and he didn't round up. So I was tight about that.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
All right, a little small,
Yeah.
scraps.
Okay,
We'll leave the scraps on the table.
Yeah.
We got the bulk of what we wanted to do. Good to see you guys here.
Yep.
Yep.
How was your weekend?
Pretty good. A lot of NFL action.
Yes, sir.
Which was super duper excited for. We had as we'll get into Kobe, the Kobe situation a little bit, in a few. So because today is one of those days.
Yeah.
We made 1 year anniversary since the passing of the legend, the icon, Kobe. Him and Gigi, and seven other individuals were on that plane. I mean, that helicopter, and they tragically lost their lives. Yeah. And this is a very tough time for everybody because this year flew by because of all the other things.
Right. And the pandemic.
On. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
We're still in the pandemic. It's not over yet.
Right. Pandemic. We had Black Lives Matter. We had George Floyd.
Right.
We had some uprisings.
We had a new president.
So we've been through the ringer as a nation.
We had a Capitol storming.
Yes. So all of this began, in my humble opinion, with the passing of Kobe Bryant.
Absolutely, yeah.
Not that they were related, but we all...
That was the kickoff.
That was the kickoff to what a year it was going to be. Yeah. So we want to honor Kobe, his family, and all of the other individuals.
Yeah, send our condolences. We love you guys.
Yeah.
And miss you. Man, we miss Kobe. Something amazing at these times, just for who he was. Right. And there would be one more year under the belt for Gigi in high school or junior high school, getting ready to go to high school.
WNBA.
And she was probably going to pick an amazing high school, which was going to lead to the WNBA.
The books that Kobe was gonna write and finish on.
Absolutely. Yeah. He was just getting started as a businessman.
And I do agree that his off the court career was gonna be equal or almost better.
It would have been better
than his.
I think it would have been better.
I think it would have been even better
because he would actually have enough time to relate with people, sit down with people, talk, be on podcasts.
Because we even heard about a new sneaker. That he was leaving Nike.
He
had his own sneaker, so that was going to be big launches for Mr. Bryant, man. So we are saddened, but happy to have experienced him while he was here. And he the one who brought you into basketball.
Mike. That was my favorite player in the NBA.
Yes,
he's the one that kept me around basketball.
Yes, absolutely. So we want to definitely send out those. We have some other breaking news. Not breaking news, but Steph Curry passes Reggie Miller.
Yep.
Second all-time on the three-point shooting list. Clap that up. And that's an amazing feat.
Since
it took him almost 700 less games.
Right, than Ray Allen or Reggie.
Do you know how 700 less games is equivalent to 9 seasons?
Right. Wow. And let's be real too. If he doesn't if he doesn't break his hand last year, he probably would be
close
to
breaking. He'd probably be close to
absolutely, absolutely. Because next year at this time,
he would be passing.
He will be passing Ray Allen, who's number 1.
I think that record is going to be in the 5,000s.
Yeah, he's going to put it so far out of reach. But coming behind him, the Trey Youngs. See, once you set the standard, there's a little kid somewhere who's going to start shooting from the logo.
Right, immediately.
Immediately pull up logo.
That's what LaMelo was doing in high school.
Yeah. Right. So, because he became such a phenomenon at it, and he wasn't a big, bulky guy, he became like the little guy, and people cheer for the little guy.
Right.
So,
And side note, but this goes back to the Space Jam controversy. Because I was saying, a lot of critics were saying that we're excited that LeBron is doing the Space Jam too, but like more relatable to little kids
would have been Steph Curry.
It would have been Steph Curry.
Right. Absolutely.
Because don't get me wrong, iconically I get it. Like,
yes.
The equalist to Michael is LeBron. Right. But in terms of you're trying to relate to little kids and like Looney Tunes and that, this, that, third.
No. Those are great points to make. And so Steph Curry will take his place in history.
He needs currently 406 threes passed.
All right, that's for him. That's keep putting them up.
Yeah.
Right?
I was gonna say I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier because it feels like he's taking threes forever. But
because of his hand injury last year.
Right, last year he missed the whole season.
A lot of people forget he had the ankle injuries
a
few years ago.
Right, and that was before he really became a superstar.
Yeah.
So he was only putting up a few shots.
Right.
When he got the green light from Mark Jackson.
And the game in particular was the Knicks game.
Oh, that was the
when he hit the 8 threes, got 54 points, and almost beat the Knicks.
Yes.
That game.
That was like his coming out party.
That was remember that because Melo was on that team.
Right, yes. Melo was on, and the Knicks was killing it that year.
Yes. So that was kind of like his coming out party.
And Reggie and Ray, they were in different era. They were your era.
Yeah,
and it was a different type
and they only took maybe 3 or 4 a game because the game was always throw the ball into the big man.
Yeah.
Let the big man score. Let the big man kick it out. So.
And the wing was more dominant. They weren't really the point guard yet.
Yeah. All right. So you had 3-point shooters, Larry Bird and other ones who would shoot it, but nobody shot it as frequently as Steph Curry. So he has revolutionized the game.
And the position of the point guard has evolved. The point guards are more ball dominant now.
Right. So you have a lot of that.
And give credit to Klay Thompson because...
Oh, no. Klay Thompson is the byproduct of the great shooting of Steph.
Where's Klay on this list? He's like...
They're probably going to end up 1 and 2.
Depends how he comes back. I mean, he never forgets how to shoot.
No, I'm not talking about the shooter. I'm just... because I don't know if he can do it
No, I'm saying in 10 years from now.
Okay, yeah.
Because remember, he doesn't shoot as many as Steph does.
Yeah.
Right.
But he does shoot them.
Right. That's
right. So
he'll probably shoot if Curry shoots 8 one game,
he'll shoot 4.
Yeah.
So he might end up top 5. All time. Okay. And which is going to prove what Mark Jackson said from the beginning that they were the best backcourt ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, Jaylen Brown has scored most points scored in under 30 minutes. On 20 minutes, he scored 33 points.
Oh, wow.
Right, let's clap that up. He's been on fire.
75.
That's our guy.
Yes.
Yes. Shooting 75% from the three-point line.
Yes.
65% from the field goal.
Yes.
And they've finally given him the number 2 role.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes number 1 because
Tatum won't show up, and he knows that.
So when Gordon Hayward was there, I think Boston were a little bit more not confused, but he was the third man on the totem pole.
And I would have switched it. I would have always kept Brown number 2 and Gordon Hayward number 3.
But Gordon Hayward was a prior All-Star. He was more of a veteran.
The money, the paid. He was paid
true,
ready.
but I don't think Gordon Hayward was the same ever since he broke his ankle.
No, but he's making his way back now.
No, he is now.
In Charlotte, whatever deal, it worked for both of them.
Right, because
Jaylen gets to step up to take more of an assuming role.
Right, in Boston,
and Gordon still gets more money.
He gets his shot and his money.
Yeah, and in Charlotte with a bunch of young talent.
Right. So it works out. So I'm glad to see that because we like Jaylen Brown up here.
Yeah.
We do.
And what he's done on and off the court, he's an intellectual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
especially with
individual.
the Black Lives Matter movement. He's been stepping up.
Other things he's got going that I won't speak on right now until it becomes official. Some of the stuff that they're doing.
And he's the best. He's one of the best two-way defenders in this game.
Right, especially young. Yes, and he takes on every challenge. He's not
he took
afraid
on
of.
LeBron when he was a rookie.
He definitely did.
So
he definitely did, and he earned my respect for that. Orlando marks first time 2 female referees will officiate the same game. A lot of clapping up going on here. Yeah.
It's a lot of firsts for everything this year. It's looking like that's a new trend.
So Natalie Sager and Jenna Schroeder, we want to send our congrats.
Yeah.
Out to the groundbreaking.
I think this was yesterday's game.
Yesterday's game, groundbreaking. 2 female referees officiating the same game in the NBA.
Yep.
Man, we've come a long way.
And there's about to be soon first female head coach if Popovich decides to either leave the Spurs or retire.
Right, absolutely.
Yes.
Because she's the next one.
Absolutely. So we have that.
And honestly, Pop, I think it's time. I think he should have left the moment.
Yeah. Becky Hammond is going to get that position. He's already got thrown out of a game or 2 on purpose.
Yeah. I think he's done.
Take over.
Yeah. Because for me, his time and prime has gone ever since Tim and Ginobili.
Either he goes to a new team or he can renovate his career, or he's like, look, I did everything I can.
Yeah, going to Hall of Fame.
He's got five super NBA titles.
I think he's top
and
5.
A bunch of winning seasons.
Yeah.
So he has.
I can honestly see him as like a GM role.
Right.
Yeah. Back, you know?
Yes. Obviously, the Lakers are on a winning streak. It's a road game winning streak, 10 in a row. I think that's a new record for them.
Who do y'all face tomorrow?
We face 76ers. I believe we face the 76ers tomorrow. No, we face we face the 76ers tonight or tomorrow.
Right.
And because they lost.
No, y'all played yesterday, so I'm assuming it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. But I think the record is 12 or 13. They got a good chance to do it.
Y'all gonna lose. Y'all only gonna lose to Boston. That's on Friday.
Yeah, we face the 76ers, Detroit, and Boston, and those are 3 good games.
And then the Hawks after that.
Okay, we can win all of those games.
No, I'm saying out of the road trip, y'all gonna lose to Boston.
Stop hating on the Lakers, man.
Yes.
I'm not hating. I said out of one road game,
but
y'all gonna lose to the Boston Celtics.
And maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't.
Jeez, don't.
The other side of the coin.
Bad
I
luck
just
on
go
us.
with so much on LeBron and
Don't wish bad luck on us.
Yeah.
Such a hater.
All right. Also, the Brooklyn Nets might, even though all 3 have joined forces, the only issue may be the defense.
No,
definitely.
They've won 2 in a row.
That's not
the only. That's
what it is.
Okay, but they've won 2 in a row.
Barely.
Okay.
Because they don't play defense. I've never seen a big 3. Not Miami, not the Celtics, not Golden State. Not the Lakers when they had their big. I've never seen that many points given up on defense. They're giving up 120 points per game.
Okay.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah. I can't either. All right.
That was the issue that you had with the James Harden move anyway.
Right. Because you can't. In the playoffs, you're not going to be able to outscore teams every night.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to always have to be able to hang your head
on your defense. And they gave all their defensive pieces to get James Harden.
And they're gonna be tired because James has been tired before in the playoffs. If you push the gas too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is the first time he's had 2 superstars by his side.
Yes, that's true.
No, this is besides OKC, but
when he was young, they were all young in OKC.
Because Chris Paul, don't get me wrong, Chris Paul did help a lot, but that was only one superstar. He has a bona fide 2.
But there is some light at the end of the tunnel because reportedly the Nets are interested in Andre Drummond if he gets a buyout with Cleveland.
And they're also looking at JaVale McGee, if possible. If Drummond gets the buyout, there's going to be a war because the Lakers are probably going to
I was going to say, y'all cannot let Brooklyn get Andre Drummond. We were just talking about this move earlier.
Listen.
If that happens, bro.
Because he can grab you 30 rebounds and 0 points. He's like a Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. But then he can also put up 30 points.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't know how. Look, I think LeBron will get his back-to-back, and it's going to be this year. Mm-hmm. But if that happens, y'all don't get Drummond over, bro, it's going to be the hardest. Man.
Listen. If LeBron wins,
I would pick Brooklyn. If Andre Drummond goes to Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn will be the overwhelming
If LeBron
favorite.
wins, I don't want to hear the GOAT conversation anymore. LeBron is the GOAT.
If he beats that squad,
If he beats that squad,
bro,
regardless of whether they have Joan or not, he is the GOAT.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah. Since we're talking about LeBron real quick, people have been, because, Tom Brady won his 10th.
Yeah, or going to his 10th title game.
So now they're equal with 10 and 10. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people have been trying to compare. First of all, you can't compare legacies like this. Talking about Tom Brady and LeBron. First of all, they play two different sports. Yeah. Secondly, Tom only plays one side of the field.
Yes, understood.
And looking at it, I've never seen a player with a lot of hate as animosity in terms of diversity and
as LeBron.
But I feel like I understand what you're saying, but I feel like mathematically, it's harder to get to Super Bowl 10 times than it is to get to finals 10 times.
Well, actually, they're both. What makes them even compare them is because they're both phenomenal feats.
They're both in it. Tom is in the 40s
because of the way they've taken care of their bodies.
Right.
They've both been playing for almost 20 years or 20 years or so.
And I do agree with your statement, Fred, because it's one game. It's not the best out of 7.
It's not the best out of 7.
Right. So, but you get more chances to
But look how many games LeBron had to win every season to get to the finals. Yeah. Remember, you got to win 12 games just to even say you in the finals.
Yeah.
Plus 82.
Plus 82 for positioning. So I would lean toward LeBron in terms of a greater feat overall, athletically. Right. However, both feats are just simply amazing. And here's the icing on the cake. They complain, you in the East, the AFC East is weak. Right. Now he goes to the so-called powerhouse and wins. They complain LeBron was in the East
and couldn't win in the West.
Weak, he couldn't win in the West.
And
then he goes to the West.
Also, when Tom actually achieved the 10th Super Bowl, he was getting a lot of praise because, he's 10, this hasn't been done before. But when LeBron does it, he doesn't get that same amount of praise. He always gets that hate.
Right. So we're talking about two individuals who are basically treated different in the media.
Yeah, because and partially, not to make it a racial thing, but partially because Tom Brady's a white quarterback.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I try to keep the show family oriented here.
But
those are valid. Those are valid.
And that's what I was talking about with the hate. And then he had, and because LeBron was so-called the chosen one, you put so much pressure
on an 18-year-old kid.
Remember, Tom was the 100th pick in the 7th round.
Nobody expected him to be what he is.
Absolutely. So, with all of that being said, we want to congratulate both of them. Yeah. And just for getting to those games.
They're the two greatest athletes in terms of a 35-plus age and still doing what they're doing.
Listen, I'm just grateful I got to see both of them.
Yes. And be able to tell your kids about it one day. Right. Yep. There was a time when there was two champions of their sport.
Yep.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
And MLB Action. George Springer signs a 6-year, $150 million deal with the Blue Jays. What does that mean for the AIL East? Let's catch it up, folks. Right. So, Freddie, what does that mean
for that division?
What position does he play?
He's a center fielder. He was a part of the Houston Astros.
Right. Along
with that.
They breaking that squad up a little bit.
Yes. So he was a part of the Houston Astros, the cheating scandal. But this year, during the COVID season, he actually was able to maintain his numbers exactly or similar to the year they cheated,
right?
Compared to all the other players whose numbers
went
just plummeted.
Down. Oh, wow!
So that's why he got paid, right? And then he's actually a really great defender.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's another reason why he got paid.
Gotcha. So you feel that may give the Blue Jays an edge in the East?
So the Blue Jays are kind of like, they remind me a little bit of the Hornets right now, who they got a young star in Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah, because
they got another bunch of pieces with him.
Right.
How's their pitching?
Their pitching is not where it should be, but it's average.
Okay.
They got Ryu, who used to play for the Dodgers a few years ago in the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
They got a bunch of young pitching coming up as well in the MLB pipeline system.
Nice.
So the East is getting weak, as in like there's a new power up for grabs. Because the Yankees last year have been so dominant for the last, I want to say like 3 years, 4 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That it's kind of a given that the Yankees are going to win.
Between them and Boston.
And Tampa always got in the way, but Tampa wasn't really that competitive until last year.
And Tampa's not going to be as competitive this year because they don't have Snell anymore.
They don't have Snell. Good point. They don't have Snell. They lost Charlie Martin, which was another key pitcher for them. He went to the Braves.
So they lost some key.
They lost some key pitching, which is crucial in baseball. So Tampa is a question mark. The Yankees, sadly to say, they are really weak.
We just traded one of our pitchers.
Yes, they traded him to Boston.
Yeah.
Adam Ottavino to Boston.
Yes.
Basically a salary dump because the Yankees don't want to pay the luxury tax. I don't understand.
See, that's what happened when the kids took over. When Daddy was in there, he didn't care about that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So Yankees is a question mark. We have no idea how they're going to play. They're trying to trade a few pieces. We don't know how their roster is going to turn out to be.
Okay, so
Boston is rebuilding.
Right.
Okay.
The Orioles suck.
Yeah, just straight.
So it's looking like Blue Jays might win this.
So who's your pick for the division then to take it?
Okay, if the Yankees stay on paper, they might be enough to win it.
Okay.
Because they have experience. This is not a new squad they built.
But the dark horse is the Blue Jays.
The dark horse is the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Because their lineup on paper looks really good. Their pitching, now what could hurt them is the pitching because it's average. I don't know if it's going to withstand.
And against our hitters, we can.
And we're still in off season. They may
make some moves.
Yeah.
They've been tightening up the bullpen. They signed a new closer.
Right.
They've been making a lot of moves. So a lot of people who are Yankee fans in the East, we're just kind of a little hesitant because in a few 2 to 3 years, this team can compete for a World Series. If they get another piece and they improve their pitching,
they're going to be a problem.
They were close in 2015 against the Royals.
Yes.
It was close. Yes. That was when Jose Bautista smacked that home run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you got the Drake effect. The Drake effect, because I know Drake got something to do with them.
True.
So,
and the Phillies re-signed JT Realmuto to a 5-year, $115 million deal. Oh, that's their catcher.
Yeah, that's their catcher. All-star catcher the last few years. I honestly didn't think he was going to re-sign because I didn't think the Phillies want to give him that money. But he's such a good catcher that they had to.
I was just thinking
the catcher is a critical part of
that. Right, and I was just thinking about catchers. We could have signed them because Sanchez.
Yeah, because
we don't like you, bro.
I don't want to talk about it.
We like you, but we
want
to
make I don't. I like you. Yeah.
And even DH is questionable because he keeps striking out.
True. No, we could have definitely just signed that dude.
True. I think he had 1 or 2 good years, and maybe we overpaid him.
Yeah. So the Phillies are in a money pit because they signed Bryce Harper a few years ago.
Right.
They signed Zach Wheeler to a big contract. They just signed Realmuto again. They have a lot of money tied up into a few amount of players. I don't think it's going to be enough, and they don't compete in the NL East.
Yeah.
It's always, and the Braves look way better than them.
Right.
The Mets just got Lindor.
Oh, the Mets.
The Mets are on the come up, which to me, I don't care who wins as long as New York wins. I'm tired of us not winning anything.
Okay.
So,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So that's it for our baseball.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
NFL action.
Yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
We had the championship games going this week.
We all watched that live. Great.
We watched that together. The first game we had Again, what do you want to do?
I was just gonna say congratulations to Tom Brady. I know I've been
You've been hating.
I wasn't no. It's not hating. It's real simple. I don't want Tom Brady to get his 7th ring without Bill Belichick by his side.
Why is this?
I didn't like the divorce. I didn't want him to leave.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit bitter about it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, I expected when we were talking about who was going to get the 7th ring first, I'm not going to hold you. I thought it was definitely going to be Bill Belichick.
No, I thought the player had the best advantage only because
of the weapons.
Right. Bill, Tom could pick where he wanted to go.
Right.
So he sat back and he looked at that defense of the Bucs and he looked at that offense. So he got a chance to pick. When you're a coach, you almost have to rebuild after you lose your quarterback.
And he's not just the coach; he's also the GM of the Patriots.
Right. So he has a lot more.
He got a lot
work
more
to
responsibility.
do. So I expect him to get one first, Tom Brady, but I expect Bill to win maybe 2.
Gotcha.
As a coach, because he can coach for another 10 years if he truly wanted to.
And I wasn't sure how Tom was going to play this year because last year when we lost to the Titans in the wild card, our defense carried Tom that year.
Yes.
Same thing that's happening. Same thing that's happening.
They only lost like 3 games.
Well, we lost 5,
games.
but it was towards the end because we was 9-0 right before we played the Ravens.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the same thing happening with the Bucs. The Bucs have been carrying him the last 3 games. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He's earned his spot. I just didn't think he was going to make it this far in the tournament or in the playoffs because in the Saints game, Drew Brees gave him that game, throwing away the picks. He
didn't give it to him. He made some mistakes.
He had the lead.
He made mistakes.
Yeah.
He had the lead the whole game, and Drew didn't capitalize on trading touchdowns.
Right.
And then again this Sunday, as we talk about the game. Tom Brady played an excellent first half, including throwing the touchdown
with 8 seconds left.
8 seconds left
to make it
21 to 10.
21 to 10. I'm sorry. 21.
And at that moment, I thought that was the winning play of the game.
Yeah.
Even though I knew that Green Bay would be getting the ball coming out of the halftime,
and then the Packers were marching down the field, and then the fumble happened.
Right.
And then I got the ball down to the 8 in the red zone for the Tom Brady.
Oh, the fumble from Jones. Yeah, yes. I forgot about that.
Yes, those were the critical plays. I don't need to look.
Plays were the right. Plays.
And then when it was 20 to 10, I thought it was definitely over.
Because if Green Bay would have scored and that fumble would never happen, that play
makes it 17-20.
8 seconds left wouldn't have affected them as
much.
Right,
because it would have been 21-17.
Yeah.
No big deal. We up 4 points. Are we down 4 points? At home,
right?
A winnable game,
and there's fans,
right? And it was
fans,
and
then, yeah. And so that made it 20 to 10. So now the Packers have to score. They definitely did score on their next drive.
Yes.
And then we saw Aaron Rodgers tell his defense to get me a stop. That's all.
And they did.
And
they did. Made it 24. It should have been 24-28, but then they tried to go for a 2-point conversion. So that makes it 23-28.
31.
No, because you're jumping ahead.
Okay.
Right? You remember the game?
Yes.
Okay, so makes it 23-28, and then Tom threw his second pick or his first pick.
His first pick.
They didn't score for that. Then he threw a second pick. Long story short, Tom Brady threw 3 picks.
He had 3 chances to win the game.
He did not do it. Threw 3 picks in the 3 possessions. I've never seen him do that before.
When they scored coming off the half, as quickly as they did, I kind of got a little scared. I'm not gonna lie, because they were able to score so fast that they kind of stopped the bleeding a little bit, and then they were like, okay, let's see if Tom has the ability to score again, and they didn't. They got him to stop, and I'm like, oh, it's. Because I said, if anybody can make the comeback, it's Aaron Rodgers.
And he basically had 2 possessions. One was 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
He had 3 possessions. 3 possessions with enough time in order to give Tom the ball. See, because I think Matt's error was he was scared to give the ball to Tom in the clutch.
So then why did he give the ball to him in the clutch?
Because he basically did with that.
In the 4th down, listen, first of all, we're not giving Aaron Rodgers enough blame. You had 3 shots at the end zone, and you didn't execute.
Yeah.
And then on the 4th down decision,
they're down by 8.
You're down by 8. I say you got to go for it.
Yeah,
because
you
what is 3 points?
And
then you give the ball to Tom. Tom is not going to ever give you that ball back.
And then to Freddie's point, he was saying that he should have ran on the 3rd goal and at least try to get it to the 1 yard line.
Right.
And then punching in.
Oh yeah, that was another crucial point. So there were 2 running attempts that Aaron tried to do. The first one didn't work, but the second one, he had a wide open hole because he didn't run the whole game. So when Aaron took the running element out of it, Tampa adapted, and they were like, okay, he's not going to run.
Right.
If he runs, we'll recover. Like, we'll give him the run.
Yeah, I didn't think he would make it to the end zone.
But at least
he would have made it to the 1.
Yeah,
right.
And it would have been 3rd down.
Right, and then you could have
had to go for it.
Yes, absolutely. Right. So he made some bad decisions. And then I was concerned about the young coach.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, it's his first time in a game of this magnitude.
Right.
True.
Even though he played in the championship game last year, but he had to go on the road for that.
Right. Yeah. And even then, there's 2 minutes left. It was a 3rd down play, and mind you, whoever Tom was trying to throw that ball to, it was going to go right over his head.
Yeah.
But then you said King, the defensive cornerback.
He got beat twice.
He got beat twice. And you did say on the 3rd play,
he's going to hold.
He's going to hold and get upset.
And that's what he did.
Yep. That's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what he did.
And
he bailed them out.
He bailed them out.
Because
they could have still got a stop. In order to
and then we would have been really in position for drama.
Yeah.
Right.
2 minutes plus the 2-minute warning. Right. And now Aaron Rodgers is
only down by 5.
Only down by 5. Yep.
And those things didn't happen.
This game was really exciting. Like, it was really exciting. Like, I was on the edge of my seat for every little thing. It was just errors from Aaron, errors from the coach. Because if I'm Aaron, I'm like, dude, I'm going for it. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
And because when I saw them play against the Rams, I'm like, oh, nah, they're
with
dangerous.
the pump fake,
Because Aaron ran and he did the pump fake. He was running. He was scrambling.
Yes.
He was throwing the defense off. I didn't notice that until you mentioned it towards the end of the game.
He got sacked 5 times in this game.
He did also.
Yeah.
Which really, he doesn't ever get sacked that much. So for him to get sacked 5 times, and they said he got knocked down a record number of times, which means the pressure you have to tip your hat to
Tampa,
because they defensively. And this is the type of Super Bowls that Tom is going to win. Because remember, Peyton Manning's last Super Bowl was all defense.
Defense, yeah.
True, yeah.
And then he rolled off into the sunset after getting his 2nd Super Bowl.
Right. Yep.
And I'm thinking if Tom Brady wins, we'll talk about that in a few, I think he should retire.
Yep.
There was a second game. The Chiefs beat the Bills pretty handily.
Yeah, 38-24.
38-24.
It would have been. It honestly would have been 38-9. But
and the Chiefs defense dropped a couple of interceptions. It could have
definitely dropped a couple. But I'm talking about the punt return.
Robinson with the Robinson drop.
Yes.
That's what made the.
I thought Bills had a chance when that happened.
Bills,
but it was too early in the game.
Yeah. What the Kansas City Chiefs are running is just all the trickery. The trickery, the motion.
There's a lot of motion. It's everybody motion.
Everybody's moving. So
Hill motions a lot, and then he turns out to be a route runner.
Right. Yes.
Kelsey motions.
Kelsey is the most dangerous guy on the field for me. He's
besides
Gronk,
Hill?
He's Gronk in his prime. No, he's dangerous because he gets all them hard, gritty yards.
Yeah.
They hit Tyreek Hill on the slants, and he's usually out.
He's
but when he really needs a play,
he goes.
He goes to
for me, it's Tyreek Hill just because of those plays.
Yeah, I was gonna agree.
The 5 yards, then breaking out.
5 yards, 3-yard catch, which is really not impressive. He turns it into like a 50-yard run.
Yeah,
right. So they're both very dangerous.
And defenders are scared to tackle. They're scared to tackle.
They were backing
defenders
up.
did not want to tackle him.
And I do know for a fact that Watkins will play for the Super Bowl.
Oh, he will?
Yeah. He will.
Okay, and what about Antonio Brown?
Do you bring him in if he's going to mess up
No, because he knows the offense.
He knows the offense well.
He's just supposed to be a second or third threat behind Tariq.
Okay.
And then I guess we're waiting on Antonio Brown.
I'm pretty sure Antonio will play.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna play because there's
You
no
got
way he
3
does
weeks.
not play. Even if he's injured, he's
So that means everyone is fully weaponed.
Yeah.
And the left tackle for Kansas City.
Now the left tackle and I believe a right tackle.
Fisher.
Yes.
Fisher's out, and I believe one of the right tackles is out.
Right.
So if it's for the Bucs defense, this is the perfect time to get Patrick.
Right, because you got to be good, healthy,
and lucky
to win the Super Bowl.
And Patrick, it looks like he's good with the foot. His foot didn't bother him the whole game. The concussion, he's out of that. Yeah. So he looks healthy.
So let's we don't have to make our picks now, so we won't.
No. But
I gotta give it up to the Bills though, because I didn't believe in the Bills.
Let's clap the Bills up. Yeah, they had a good season. And that clap is also for the Packers. I'm not gonna make my pick until next week.
No. We're not gonna make our picks until next. But
because I need to do some research.
Yeah, we need to do some research.
Get the stats and look at the data.
So we'll make our picks next week. But all I'm gonna say is, Tommy, you ain't playing that well. He's playing good enough to survive.
But he needs against this kid. He's gonna have to play.
You're gonna have to play great.
He can't do those 2 picks.
Those 3 picks.
Yeah, he can't do that. No.
Because granted, you got lucky that because Aaron did score on the first one, but the last 2 he didn't score.
Right. Because this defense might get tired because.
Right. Patrick. And Patrick is gonna.
And Kansas City, they do a great job of encouraging their players when they make a mistake.
Yeah, because when our man
made the mistake, they were like, dude, don't worry about it. We got you. And then the next drive, he scored.
Right.
Yes.
And that boosted his confidence.
Right.
So they do that.
And then he
the
had a big 50-yard run out the deal.
Yeah. All I know is if you throw 3 picks in the game against Patrick Mahomes, he's scoring on all
And Tom, use Gronk. Okay.
Yes, he didn't use him enough.
You didn't use him enough, and you need to use him.
Absolutely.
What are your expectations, though?
Super amazing game. I think the fact that the Bucs don't have to leave anywhere. They don't have to get on a plane. You know how both teams get on a plane and they show up at the same time. The Bucs are going to get their home cooked meals, sleep in their own beds, and they are already.
They're going to get used to the weather.
They're going to get weather in their building. So slight advantage, I'm going to give to the Bucs. Right. But in terms of talent on the field, it's going to be a pick 'em. Right. So I'm going to save my pick.
Yeah.
And because,
Tommy, you're going to have to play good for 60 minutes, not just 30.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So let's get into some culture, some things that have been going on in the news. Trey Songs gets arrested at the Kansas City game for choking out a police officer.
Yeah, but what were they originally trying to arrest him for?
He said the officers claim he was not wearing a mask. And everyone has to wear a mask, during those games. And Trey Songs is saying he was just being harassed. As a result, he got arrested. We hope all things work out well. Yeah. Just a misunderstanding of some sort. Right. I didn't even know Trey Songs was a Kansas City fan. I didn't even know he was
at the game.
But he was at the game, so we hope the end result of that will be fine. Selena Gomez is embracing her Spanish roots finally by making Spanish music. So I'm anticipating.
Hold on, did you know that she was Spanish?
Oh, I knew she was Selena Gomez.
Oh yeah.
Why did you say finally?
I mean, because
it's technically in the name.
But finally, in the sense of I haven't heard no Spanish music. J-Lo's got some Spanish music.
That's true.
Other people. So at some point, when you become a big enough star, you pay homage to your heritage.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm pretty sure
she's getting with the right people. She's producing Tiny, who produced a lot of Bad Bunny beats.
A lot
of Daddy Yankee beats.
Right. Oh, so it's gonna be one of those kind of.
She's getting with them. She's getting with the up and coming Puerto Rican people.
Right. Some reggaeton or something.
Yeah, reggaeton. But it's a mix of both. I think she's doing a little bit of reggaeton just to experiment, but she's trying to focus more on her poppy side, but Spanish.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
She did drop a song.
All right.
So,
Hank Aaron, the real home run king. We call him the home run king because he beat Babe Ruth's record
he did.
of 714 home runs. He had 755, And under the climate in which he did it,
right.
a whole bunch of racism,
right.
people not wanting him to break that record.
Yeah.
He passed away this week, so our condolences.
I didn't know that.
Go out to him. Yeah, Hank Aaron. Well, Barry Bonds has it now, but it's an asterisk near it. But with no asterisk, no nothing.
Right, the true,
Hammering Hank Aaron, as they called him.
Because everybody always talks about Babe Ruth.
Right, well, he beat Babe Ruth's record, and he received more hate mail than anybody in the world, they said.
Right, because
he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for the hate mail he received.
I didn't even know that was a
during
record.
That time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I thought that really went to Jackie Robinson.
No, he was the first African-American player to break the color barrier.
Right.
And he still had a phenomenal Hall of Fame career. But in terms of home runs, and Hank Aaron was only 13 when Jackie Robinson broke into the league.
Okay.
He got inspired to play baseball based off Jackie Robinson and stuff like that. So that was big. Larry King, the announcer, CNN and all of that, has also passed away. He was 87. They say he lost a bout with COVID. That's what they said. And at his age, so we want to send our condolences there.
He was also transitioning into like the YouTube.
Yes, he was adjusting to the times that we live in. And Harriett Tubman, who freed the slaves, is going to be on a $20 bill. We'll clap that up for Harriett.
That's official.
I believe it's
in the works.
It's in the works.
Because I know it's been in the works for like 6 years now. 7.
Yeah, but now that Biden is in office, I think he said that's one of the things he wants to do.
Trump prevented that.
I don't know if he prevented it. Or
what do you think this means? Like, what does it symbolize?
I'm not sure because we're moving towards digital money.
Right.
Yeah.
And to have a $20 bill with her on it, I guess is symbolic of her contributions to humanity.
I mean, some of us still need to go to the bank to get some cash.
Yeah, but soon that's going to be a thing of the past. Soon you're going to have your phone and be like, bing, give me a sandwich.
We do that now.
Right.
Yeah.
We do
like
that.
Apple Pay, here, boom.
Right.
I don't even got to pull out my
That's
card.
cool.
Right. So it's one of those things. So, fellas, where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Disabled Podcast. On Instagram, it's disabled_is_able. So it's a little complicated. And we're back, guys.
We're back.
We're officially back.
Officially back. Big things coming. 2021 is our year, guys.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
We will make our Super Bowl picks next week, and see you guys next Thursday.
We'll see you then. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands